God bless you, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Um, I had a really quick dream that I want to share with you. In the dream, I was looking at newspapers that had been delivered. They were just like on the lawn, and they were like in the little plastic bags that they put them in when they deliver newspaper. They want to make sure that they don't get wet or anything like that, so they'll throw them on the lawn. But I wasn't just seeing one. I saw maybe two or three just on the lawn, and that was the end of the dream. So what God is saying here is that there are many of you who have prophetic gifts. Um, Many of you who get information from the Lord, but you don't act on it. And God is saying that you have uh, just prophetic words that you just kind of let fall to the ground, and you never picked them up, and you never acted upon it. You never um, took the instructions that was inside of the prophetic word. And so God is saying that you need to, when He gives you the information, don't delay. When He gives you the information, it has a timestamp on it, just as if when we get news, when we get a newspaper, and let's say it's a week old, that news is no longer valid. It has a timestamp on it. And so God is saying that when you get information from Him, you need to act upon it um, as soon as you possibly can. Also, when you get prophetic words about people, places, things, it could be even world events, you need to act upon it. And a lot of times what we will do is we'll take the easy way out and say, okay, God gave me that prophetic word, I'm just going to pray for the person, or I'm just going to pray for the issue. But a lot of times these words um require action. So it may be more than just, okay, I'll pray for this person, or I'll pray for this nation. It may be that you might have to use your realm of influence, no matter how big or small you think it is, to actually report the news that you have heard from God, to actually report it. So whether that means you're on YouTube, or like I said, if it's for a specific person, you ring that person up and say, look, the Lord is showing me this, da 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 da. No matter if it's a good word or so-called bad word. I don't really believe in bad words. If they from God, they're all good, you know. But I guess sometimes we classify a word as not being good when it's a corrective word. But correction words are good because you know it's averting danger. So you may have a word for someone. I guess a better way to say it is you may have a hard word for someone, and a lot of times that's not easy to go and tell someone a hard word because of the rejection that you may receive. But it's better to go through the rejection than to have blood on your hands, basically. I'm just, and it's hard to say that, but that's what it is. It's like, if God is giving you something, and you're going to help someone avert danger or hellfire or some type of harm, and you don't tell them, then the blood is on your hands. There's no easy way around that. So we had to put on our big boy underwear and big girl drawers and just do what we got to do, ask God for confirmation, and do what you got to do. um, Especially in these days and times, this is not the time to be sitting on words of words from the Lord. So, um, yeah, that's basically it. Just to let you guys, just to encourage you guys who receive. Um, and I believe that we all receive. It's just how much you want to plug in. To be honest with you, it's just how far you want to go in the Lord. Um, I just I don't want to really go into this, but um, we all have the ability to hear from God, and thereby that makes us prophetic. We all have the ability to hear from God. Um, but a lot of folks just want to keep it, make it seem as if you have to go through them to get a prophetic word. But we all hear from God. So, um, we may not all be prophets, but we all hear from God. So, anyway, that will take me down a whole nother path. So I'm just gonna leave it there. But yeah, if you're receiving words from God, or maybe you haven't received words from God, God is about to download some intel, some information to you that you're gonna have to act accordingly. You can't just let it fall and just do nothing with it. There's going to be action required in that information. It could be even for, it could be just for you. It might not even be for anyone else, but it could be just for you to act upon um, certain information that God gives you. So there was a mighty prophet of God who he was a seer who passed away, and the Lord would literally give him either visions or a dream uh, in newspaper. Like he would see the newspaper with the headlines and stuff like that. And so this is what God is talking about in this dream, is that he may even give you futuristic events that he's going to show you. And God is just encouraging you and saying, don't um, don't be afraid, because I know sometimes it could be like, oh God, what am I doing? Why you know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna believe me, that type of thing. Don't worry about all that. You're just being obedient to God. That's all that matters. And whoever don't receive it or accept it, then that's what I mean. Whatever. It don't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. All that makes the difference is that you're being obedient to God. And a lot of people will feel um like I said before, a lot of people will feel like they're being rejected, but don't take it as you're being rejected. They're rejecting God, they're not rejecting you. um and that's it. All right, guys, I love you. And till we meet again, take care.